faithful Amanda Splatts. The one of those fucking ones. I haven't been live for like 4 days. Until the pre-recorded content out, full playthrough of Break the Empire. It was fine. Like, it was okay, it's a neat concept, but I feel like it went too fucking slow. Maybe it was just a character I picked, but I felt it was too slow. And by the time I was done, I was fucking done. It made for a neat playthrough, it made for a neat one-off. I feel like I might have wanted to play Break the Empire live, so I could yap while I do all the boring pre-stuff, but I didn't know if I'd be able to beat it in one go, and I fucking did that. So that's all. I almost canceled today. Not gonna fucking lie, I almost canceled today. But, you know, I had a lot of weird fucking thoughts over the last, like, 12 hours. And I figured it might be good to get them on paper, quote unquote. I'm a fucking hack. I don't type things, I get shit down on paper. When I'm, like, putting things down in a Word document and stuff. I get things down on paper. When I have to hit up someone digitally, I call them, quote unquote. Get them on the horn. That's one of my favorites. Like, get that bitch on the horn. Get them on the horn. Let's see how that shakes out. You have all these things tied to old technology. I'm a fucking hack, so like at least it's fit. At least it fits. Go. I'll do a little creative writing today. I'm in a bad fucking physical place right now. I don't like canceling writing streams, so I really fucking don't, because these are the things that keep me fucking going. Maybe we need to see what comes out of it. Maybe I'm one of those type of bitches who fucking suffers for her art. His art, whatever. Again, like I said, it's come up recently, so I don't care about the fucking pronouns. I'm a male VA, writing for a female character. I'm actually writing for multiple characters, and I'm streaming those multiple characters on this channel. So he, him, she, her, them, they, all of them apply. Whatever, just don't be a fucking shithead about it. Alright? So, the original plan for this morning, or for this stream rather, might end up being a short fucking, although, I did look around the fucking motel room, and there was like one bottle of Vicks Vape Cool Pain Relief Spray, had like one fucking charge left in it. Like I keep a few of them on the nightstand, most of them are empty. I don't know if it's possible to recycle those fucking things because of the medication and everything. But usually I try to hold on to them, see if I can recycle them or not. And it had like one charge left, so I went and sprayed down my neck and my back, my upper back. And it's kind of kicking in. Didn't have enough to do my lower back, but fuck. I think I'll at least be somewhat lucid over the next few hours. Because I like these streams to go for hours. I like to study things. I like to work on fucking things. I like to work things creatively. I was going through the open office suite. No, we'll get to the writing eventually, but I wanted to go a little stream of consciousness. See if this shit really does kick in. I was wondering if there's a good drawing program. Because there's something I'm gonna have to draw out if someone shows up. I need to put out a fucking diagram. Back in the day, I actually took some drawing classes. Not like real drawing, but like architecture classes. Like using big boards and giant pieces of paper, rulers and shit. Drafting buildings, how to properly draw and draft and architect things. Never built a fucking house. It was all on paper. Like how to draw and how to draft things on paper. And I fucking dropped it as soon as I could get into like music. But it was there. And I picked up a couple things. I was gonna draw like a 3D diagram for you of the fucking thing. But we're gonna have to wait to see if someone shows up, because it'll be specifically for someone who's fucking talking shit. A lot of people talk shit. A lot of people I care about talk shit, and I talk shit right back. That's fine. Like, people fucking know me by now. Like, you know, if I'm like yelling and hollering and cursing and shit, I'm kind of hamming it up. You know, if I'm pissed off, I just get real quiet. Because, like, I'm so fucking done at that point. I do that at work, too. I don't fucking curse and scream at work, but no, I'm a little more flowery with the pros and shit. Talking to clients, talking to vendors. Getting fucking deals. Setting things in motion for this fucking company. But you know, if you don't fucking hear from me, that's you know, I'm pissed off. That's why I'm pissed off. If I'm talking to you, if I'm keeping the lines of communication open, they know that things are good. Things are okay. Speaking of which, just go to my phone call. It's been a while since I talked to one of my artist friends. Got an old friend of mine keep in touch with. Hope he's doing okay. I have this. I do this. I've had several different eras in my fandom. Things I do, things I'm fans of. Eventually, though, the community just fucking collapses and I have to move on. There's so many fucking toxic communities and fandoms out there. And I seem to nail a whole fucking lot of them. And that's not even getting involved in shit like conversation and stuff, like sitting back and following stuff. A lot of fandoms just fucking collapse. Because of infighting and shit. And I think that maybe why I was worried about FlaVR when I initially joined up, because we were on the tail end of the untagging, or whatever dumb shit they were fucking calling it. Where some people were dropping the FlaVR tag. But no, man, and this time I was actually, I feel like Malone was probably the biggest part of it, but all of us were. Rob and Choco and all of them were able to help bring FlaVR to maybe not the prominence that it was, but we were in a good place now. Really in a good fucking place. It's doing a little yapping. Not getting right to the tech. This may be like the shortest writing stream ever. Not because of how I feel, but because like I don't even know if we're actually gonna do a story today. I just want to explore a protagonist, and I'm the protagonist. I'm the fucking protagonist, baby. Although there is a disconnect between Amanda Splatts, the character, and Amanda Splatts, the writer. And I think a lot of it stemmed from Kiryu Gogo. When the unpleasantness happened around Kaicha, and then she started streaming again as K-San. That kind of helped cement to me very early on in my fandom for VTubing that the character can be fucking great, but it's all about the person behind him. And as soon as it's confirmed who the past life is, you still gotta support your Oshi. Like, I don't watch a lot of K-San anymore, but I still fucking love K-San. And I'm so fucking happy that she's with a good crew. Like, say what you will about fucking Bishoujo, they've cleaned out a lot of house. And I think they're doing well for themselves. Like, there's been one blip in the radar with Makawaku, but I'm not gonna tell tales out of school, but from what I understand, it might have been like a merchandising thing, like just a legal thing, technical thing. Still a great fucking crew. Picking up your former oshis and giving them new life. Like Enya. And I think maybe, as hard as these graduations have been last month with the HoloLens, maybe it's not as bad as it could have been like 3 or 4 years ago pre-Coco. Because, you know they've got other options now. You know they got other places they can go. You know they can pop up as an indie, or most of them will pop up as an indie shortly after their contract expires, or even beforehand. I don't know if Nietzsche lets you stream, like, I think there's at least one maker corpo that doesn't let you stream as an alt while you're still in there. I don't know if it's Nietzsche or not. I think FaZe lets you. I don't know if HoloLive still lets you. I think it does. I think I've seen someone talking about Cronin's alt streaming. But it doesn't hurt as bad because you know now they've got somewhere they or that it's now viable to be an indie. So love your oshis while you're here, man. Love your oshis while they're here. Love when they reincarnate. And fucking just show love. And too much fucking hate in the world, man. Too much fucking hate. BGM Google out. Too much vile shit out there in the world right now, man. We need more fucking love. So dang it. I've been buying these individual waters just in case there's like a fucking emergency or something. Because it's getting to be emergency season here in Mahava. Like horrible shit can happen. And you can technically say it's always emergency season in Mahava. It's a wild and crazy fucking time. It's a crazy fucking place. Sorry, indigestion. I said I fucking woke up in pain this morning. Really fucking bad. Like, not hospital level pain, but like I wasn't able to shake off the cobwebs till like 6:40, and I choked down some breakfast patties in a bottled water. Because the water here is not fucking great. It's drinkable on its own, but it's not fucking great. So I'd rather not fuck with it. Gotta tidy up the fucking place when I'm done with the stream today. I mean, it's not dirty or filthy or anything. There's a lot of fucking cardboard though. I've been getting some new furniture. I've been ordering new furniture. And I've been putting together that furniture myself, and I hate it, and it fucking sucks. I got little fucking Allen wrenches everywhere. You assemble something yourself, you work your fucking fingers down, bloody nubs, and they say, no, don't use a screwdriver, we'll give you a little fucking Allen key. A little tiny little fucking Allen key that's segmented so it's hard to turn with your fingers. Allen can fuck right off. I got the keys to Allen fucking right off. So I gotta get down to the recycler sometime. Get rid of all this fucking cardboard I got. Like, I'll throw away the plastic and the shit. But I try to recycle if I can. Like, I know it's a drop in the fucking bucket. I know, like, all the major stuff, the recycling and cleaning and pollution and stuff, a vast majority of it, I think like maybe 70% of it or something, is the biggest corporations. But everyone can do their fucking part in getting good habits. I need some good fucking habits. That's some bad fucking habits. Not drinking though. You watch the early streams, I was leaning more into the character than anything else, and whether that Amanda's supposed to be a hard drinker. I don't really drink. Like, I get fucked up normally. I don't need to drink. It was gonna be part of the whole, like, desert bohemian vibe. But then I watched a friend go through the DTs, and I'm like, no, I can't promote this, even if it's a fucking character flaw. Even if it's something Amanda's not supposed to be proud of. So I quietly got rid of the drinking thing. Like, Amanda has occasional Jack and Coke, but that's about it. I thought Jack and Coke is kind of iconic drink. Type of thing you have when the Waffle House is closed and you still want to fucking beat the shit out of someone. Fucking Waffle House, man. It's been a while. Been a while since I've been to a place like that shit. Like, I don't get out a lot anymore. Like, I make a point to get out here and there. Like, ever since I started working from home, I don't have to get out a whole lot, though. Stay home, play Balatro. Those fucking clowns. Am I a fucking clown? I wonder if I'm a fucking clown sometimes. That would explain the white face. Oh god, that's disgusting. I'll fucking apologize. I'm gonna break my own channels. I should time myself the fuck out. Yeah, I'm trying out some new furniture because I don't have a ton of room in here. So, if you hear any weird fucking noises, just let me know. Or don't let me know, rather, because I hear them too. I'm just trying to move a few things around. Don't have a lot of fucking space in this place. So I want to go ahead and explore Amanda. Basically, this when I have a stream, usually a writing stream, normally I have an idea for a story, or I have an idea for concept, like a hulking, muscle-bound, big backs Amanda Splatts, or want to create a new character with the community, something like that. Today was kind of born out of a problem, and something that I needed to rectify. I probably won't be able to rectify it in just one stream, this stream, but it's something that I needed to look into. And that's the problem is Amanda, as a character, has not been doing a whole lot in the story. Like, most of the story is just her reacting to shit or surviving shit. Not actually doing a whole lot. Like, passing out in the heat, almost fucking dying. Just hanging out while Malone does the next shit. Or just like, is saved by various... I'm a damsel in distress in my own fucking story. That was the problem. And I need to get that fixed, because Amanda, at least for right now, Amanda's the protagonist. It may eventually be Takeen, it may eventually be Ma'i, but right now it's Amanda. And Takeen, other than the fact that I helped, my community helped create her, also supposed to serve an important role in the story as a reliable narrator. Because Sandy has lied to Amanda about a lot of shit. Because she's either a coyote spirit trying to guide Amanda in a certain way, and this is her misguided way of doing it, or shows an eldritch abomination just trying to ruin Amanda's mindset. Doing fucking great. Kudos to you, bitch. Kudos to you, you cunt. It's okay for me to use that word because it's a fictional character I created. I'm not actually calling anyone else a cunt. I mean, I really don't like using that word. But you gotta admit, Sandruby's kind of a cunt. And that's part of her character. It's about the scale of, like, trying to be cool, like why Amanda's wearing thick, heavy suits in 120-degree weather. Trying to look cool. Like, that was the scale of cool with the protagonist. Like, Amanda is trying to be cool, or trying to do what she thinks is cool. Sandruby projects cool. Tries to project that image, but she's actually cool. And Takeen is cool. Takeen is badass. But she doesn't care because she has a job to do. And being cool doesn't play into the job. So it may be about Amanda not looking up to Sandruby anymore, but looking to Takeen, although Takeen probably wouldn't want to take Mandy under her wing unless Mandy has something. Takeen's sole MO is getting the water flowing in the harbor again, because after the time skip, after Takeen was, I don't know if it was officially established, but Takeen was initially fast forwarded through time, and she completely skipped the war in Mahavre, so the gods could keep her untainted. Takeen's one of the few, like, physically pure things in this place, unaffected by all the horrible shit going on. Like, I'm sure Malone is affected by the taint as well now, considering how many times he's been out here. This fucking time is broken around here. I actually thought it was kind of cool. Dead Mac himself, during the last story I wrote, the Alpha one, Dead Mac kind of admitted that the whole teleportation skill that he has is kind of fucking broken. So I thought it was a neat way to nerf it. Time is so bent and broken in Mahavre, and the flow of time is so fucking scarred over that it's a lot harder to barrel through it. It's like fucking exhausting. I thought that was an interesting way to nerf what even he admitted that's kind of an overpowered ability. Like, it was useful for the story, but didn't want to use it too fucking much. And I'll focus on Amanda a little bit. I didn't know what I wanted to do today. I honestly didn't know what I want to fucking do today. And then my neck blew out, and I didn't fucking do anything today. We may just be talking for a couple hours. But I fucking do that sometimes. Back when I commuted to Mahavre, or to Desert Salt LLC, to and from. By the way, the reason I'm going on somewhat of a... I don't call it a hiatus because I'm still fucking streaming. But, like, a reduced schedule is because all the fucking brainworms at once. Good news, it looks like the brainworms at work have been assuaged. They tell me I am an important part of this transition to a new business model. I don't want to say a whole lot because I don't want to fucking dox myself. Plus, I think my supervisor might know who Amanda Splatts is. I get fucking paranoid. I get fucking paranoid about people knowing who Amanda Splatts is because I talk about weird fucking shit and curse a lot. And say things like titties. Like, Malone, stop showing your titties. But I don't think I'm inherently a bad person. Like, I'm into weird shit, but I'm not a bad person. I honestly don't feel like that. And then a lot of that has to do with how Mother and Father Splatts raised me, giving me a moral compass. And I thank them every day for that. That's why it's so important that I call Mother Splatts every week, at least. And we might be hanging out next week, I'll let you know. No weekly wrap-up tonight. I don't think, like, now that I'm only going live twice a week, and the rap streams, or the pre-recorded streams, there's not a whole ton to talk about. I gotta do a pre-recorded for tomorrow. I gotta do that. I gotta do a pre-recorded for, not tomorrow, for Wednesday. Because I'm forcing myself to only go live twice a week. Not counting the weekly Zatsu. The weekly Zatsu is independent of everything else. The weekly Zatsu is something different, something special. As far as actual gameplay and shit, only going live twice a week, and then pre-recording content when I can. I want to have something for you at 7 a.m. Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesday and Sunday are going to be my normal live spots. Wednesday, 7 a.m., Sunday, 7 a.m. Friday, 7 a.m. is going to be pre-recorded. So I kind of got to get 2 pre-records in the can. Because I'm collabing with Malone again. I've been taking some time off, getting out of my own fucking head. Dealing with the brainworms, that's the reason I'm doing this fucking reduced schedule in the first place. And I'm coming back with Malone and Choco. Malone, this Wednesday, we're doing some puzzle game. I forget the name. It's like a Rusty Lake joint. If y'all know what Rusty Lake is. I don't remember the name. I don't remember any of the Rusty Lake games. I remember that it was a cool little puzzler. And the description says it'll take like 2 hours, so it'll probably take me like fucking 5, because I'm a dumb, dense bitch. I'm a stupid fucking bitch. And it's okay for me to call myself a bitch, because I am that bitch. But we'll be doing that at Malone time. I'm looking for people who might be able to stream and collab with me at my usual time, 7 a.m. Eastern. And Choco said he'd be willing to give it a shot. And I'm eternally grateful to him for that. Now I gotta learn how to use fucking Fightcade. Like, you think someone who plays shit as emulated as often as I do would know how to run fucking Fightcade? No, I downloaded it. I downloaded RetroArch. I'm gonna fuck around with those a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna actually stream using them. One of my pre-recordeds might be me trying them out. I don't fucking know. But yeah, this time next month, no schedules no schedules. I may have to eat out of the stream at any time if I'm feeling like this. I don't want to cancel writing streams though, because creative shit is my driving fucking thing. And my anniversary is coming up on June 17th, and it's really got me thinking about what I want to do with creativity and with the fucking channel. I don't know if I told you recently, I think I did, but I now know how the story ends. Mostly. I know who the main antagonist is, mostly. I don't know if the water's coming back or not, but I know what happened to it. And then they got my brain, oh, when do I reveal the ending? Do I reveal the ending on my 1-year anniversary? Do I reveal the ending on my 2-year anniversary? How long do I want the project to go? Do I reveal it this fucking stream? And I had to force myself. I had to force myself back to fuck off and say, Amanda, let the story flow. Let the story fucking flow. Because I had to do that shit. Back when I was trying to do fantasy booking for a while, I had to book regular shows week after week after week in Fire Pro and do the stories of that shit, and that just was not working out. Like, it was great to have that structure and those long-term storylines and shit, although it's harder to write a long-term storyline when you don't know the outcomes. It's easier to write in the book if you know who's gonna win, who's gonna lose afterwards. I'm pulling out, I got a 10-pack of stylism. What's the sequel to style? Or what's the sequel? Dumb bitch. Meds must be kicking it in. Fucking doubt it though. I can fucking scream right now. Stylists. I got a 10. I don't know if it's stylists or stylies. It's weird. I don't know. Why would they have to come in a fucking 10-pack? But I got them because it was like cheaper than getting a 3-pack of like the name brand. And maybe that's why. Maybe these things like explode or something. Like a fucking rubber cigar. I don't fucking smoke. Like, regardless of the voice, I don't fucking smoke. So, yeah. Like, I think I do Garlic photos probably or something. I'm putting together something big. I don't think I have the fucking brain withal to do something big right now. Like, it's kind of hard for me to just, like, fucking get going. But when I get going, it feels so fucking good. When I actually get putting together the pieces of the story, the pieces of the fucking puzzle, start hammering things out. But then things start falling apart and I get quote-unquote distracted. by real life. We all get a strike, but this isn't supposed to be, unless this is going to be your main source of income, in which case you're probably with a big corpo. This is just supposed to be a secondary. And even creators who are well known and well respected on the content creation space say it's just a fucking side thing. Like Mudahar, who I watch and trust for a lot of shit. Mudahar has said that YouTube is just a side hustle for his main businesses. And I think that's pretty smart. Like, I know Malone wants to go all in with the streaming, and I fucking hope he does successful. I hope he does fucking well. That's one of the big reasons I wanted to stream with him the day before his 1 year anniversary. I wasn't gonna collab at all this month. I wasn't gonna work all the brain works out and fucking collab this month. I still don't know if I'm good enough to. But things fell into place. Jigsaw falling into place. There was nothing to escape. Then they fucked. And that's what the song's about. It's Radiohead, you can't fucking tell. But it worked out well, cause the game we got, it's supposed to only be a couple hours long. Plus, if we end at Malone's usual 9 o'clock, Sugar Bloom is fucking coming back that night, man. 9 p.m. karaoke, too. That is fucking perfect, right? Me and Malone start at 4. End up doing our normal 5 hours. Or his normal 5 hours. I'm usually fucking dead after 3. And then we can raid into Jawoon. So fucking cool that Jawoon is back. I'm so happy. Jawoon was one of my main inspirations for keeping going with the lore. Like, there was a point where I was about to fucking drop the whole thing. And then chatting with Jawoon and learning about the lore of the Jawoons. And it really kept me fucking going, man. To the point where now I'm leaning into it and making it a huge part of my channel. And a huge part of my content. To the point where I want to do something special for the 1 year anniversary. But I honestly don't know if it'll be done by then. I honestly don't know. I don't want to go back and do the whole 1 year anniversary traditional thing of looking back at the debut stream. Because there's a lot of singing involved and I don't sing anymore. Try to figure out something. I might do Fire Pro. I'm setting up. I want to do a G1 climax. Might as well go ahead and spoil it since they're just fucking yapping right now. I need to yap more, and we're just gonna be writing. Like I said, I didn't know they were gonna be doing an actual story today. I just got the word pad up in case I get fucking. Here, this is depressing. Fuck that. Why am I reaching up to the laptop? I got a USB keyboard. There we go. Oh god, no. I got a USB keyboard for like $10. I have a laptop with the obviously keyboard built in, but the way that everything is set up, it fucking sucks. I got the fucking little fan pad on there, so it's constantly cooling things down. And I also got a little tower, like a little aluminum tower. Keep things ventilated too. Because this fucking potato will blow at any time. Yeah, blew my fucking mind since Tokyo last night. Intentionally trying to blow his router or whatever. Me, I'm trying not to get this potato burst while I'm running fucking Office. Great value Office. In a fucking 3D model. That man is a madman and I fucking love it. Dwarven warrior. He's a warrior, his own fucking... Since Circle last night, I stayed up. I've been staying up super late to catch streams for people like Sensoka, and I was there for a good chunk of Choco and Malone streaming. Although that one was fucking pain. I was at fucking agony. I'd run out of the Biofreeze paint spray I was using. And it was too late at night to like get an emergency order on the fucking Kroger I used for delivery. But I said the only reason I'm even somewhat lucid this way is because I found a bottle of the Vicks with charge in it. Like the reason because I was a fucking pain. But it really fucking helped. It was great. Like, me and Malone collab all the time. I don't know if I'm Malone's top collaborator. Like, it's either me or Nicola. But me and Malone all the fucking time, because he's a fucking great guy. One of the people, it blows my mind that I look at him as my senpai. I look up to him so much. And I started streaming just like a month and a half after he did. Like, it's not that much of a gap. Like, we could technically be considered the same generation. Because, like, it wasn't even too... Like, he started on May 22nd. I started on July 17th. Like, it's barely 2 months. That's how fucking powerful Malone is now. Holy shit. Like, obviously I wasn't Amanda back then, but I did my fucking reps. I talked to people who were fans of Malone, and dude endeared me. Big fan. And I'm so happy that Choco is coming out of his shell and working with other people now. He collabed with Malone, came out of nowhere. That was fucking cool. And it went 9 goddamn hours, man. Playing like 3 or 4 retro games with 9 fucking hours. So you look at the thumbnails, we're gonna try it. So I need to get this fucking thing going. So I need to learn how to use RetroArch. And I need how to learn how to fucking use Fightcade. I don't know how much there's to say about emulation. But like, all the programs and processes I use are really old, and I need to upgrade shit. I try to buy on Steam if it's there, but it's not fucking there sometimes. Like, I know people like Limited Run and shit do pick up the rights to these old expired games and re-release them, but some of the shit's just not fucking there anymore. And marining it is the only way to play some of this great shit. So, like, we don't have much of a choice. I am looking for any suggestions of arcade games starring hulking muscular woman, by the way. I might make a video about them. I streamed Breakers. I did Breakers Revenge, I think, as Rila, my beloved. And a couple others. Yeah, it's like, I will fully admit that the reason there's a big hulking muscular woman in Mahava right now is because my fucking interest. And I was just gonna have that be like a non-canonical thing, a non-official thing. But the idea I had for Amanda Splatts being Amanda from the future, trying to guide Amanda without giving the fucking game away. And how Amanda changes is going to determine who Alpha Splatts' and her actual motivations. That was a fucking good hook. That was a hook that's so fucking good I could not pass it up. And I have these hooks out. I have all these hooks out in my Havre, in the story, and I need to find a way to tie them together. We got the hook with Alpha, who is trying to guide Amanda because Amanda is eventually going to become Alpha. There's a question of, is she trying to guide her or is she trying to change her fate? That's what I try to do with a lot of the stuff when I write. There's a big overarching question, and things happen that could support either theory. And the big because you can have a big revelation, drop a big revelation, like the revelation that Amanda was a wolf before she was ran over, not a coyote, or the revelation I secretly dropped in the Water Bear files on Twitter that Takeen is officially calling out Sandy on her bullshit that a coyote spirit cannot take somebody's soul. As Sandy says she's taking Amanda's. That's like not a thing. So, and I guess I'm just fucking going off, just riffing right now. You getting a fucking special Zatsu? Because I'm trying to get into Amanda's head. Like, I know all these amazing fucking people. Stream with amazing fucking people. But Amanda's the protag, and Amanda hasn't done a whole fucking one. And I need to start working on that. I need to start digging into Amanda and her motivations. Because she is the protagonist of the story. And I don't know how much there is to say about her, though. At least if she is right now. She's pale, bony, weak, frail fucking thing. Schlepping around the fucking desert. Kinda losing the shit that she loves. Kinda losing this identity she has slowly but surely crafted for herself. Because, remember, she was in Mahavre, wandering Mahavre 12 to 13 years before the story actually starts. That's a long fucking time to wander around aimlessly doing nothing. Fuck it. Fucking do nothing with yourself. Need to get some water. BRB. I'm back. I don't know if you fucking noticed. What do you think of the new graphics? I actually got a full highway sign. There was a little highway sign generator website I found. It's kind of blurry. It's very low quality. But at least that gives you an idea of what I was looking for. And then I went ahead and made a BRB screen. With its own music. Because I figured that'd be easier than just typing mic, hitting BRB in the fucking chat. Actually having a BRB screen to go to, I think that might be like anyone coming in. Or anyone who's just listening to the fucking stream. Might be easy. And I got a new outro screen too. You'll see it to the fucking end when you see that. And I'm kind of bummed out that all these new graphics and stuff are gonna be tied to a stream fucking scattershot of this. I don't fucking know. Just spitballing it. I do this sometimes with myself, just fucking spitting out ideas. Sometimes I sit down to write, and I'm there for a few hours, and I don't get a fucking thing written, but I have so many ideas, and so much banked, that like the next time I write, I hit the ground fucking running. Like, the prompt today was very vague for a reason. Exploring Amanda as a character. Because I didn't know what I wanted to fucking do with this. Might not get a word fucking written today. But I think we'd like kind of explore what we want to do with Amanda. Or what I want to do with Amanda. We. Because now it's a collaborative thing. Now also belong to the people since I made all this shit public. So, even though I am the writer, I do want to have the community have somewhat of a say in what happens to Amanda. Oh shit, someone's here. Oh, hey Jinx. Thanks for stopping by, man. It's gonna be a weird fucking stream, probably a short one. I'm in agony right now. Woke up in fucking pain. Not doing a whole ton of writing today, just exploring Amanda as a character. Because I noticed there was a problem with the previous writings that Amanda herself doesn't do much. She's either passing out from the heat, in pain, or having a fucking nervous breakdown and crying and shit. Although, I think the Lucid Dream stream that I did, where she was exploring shit through her dreams, that's probably the most actual Amanda we've gotten from Amanda. Although the question is now, with the one, with hulking Amanda destroying that empty city, is that Amanda, or was that something from Alpha Splatts in the future? And now there are a lot of fucking questions. That's what I like. Having some kind of revelation that gives you big fucking questions. Because we've got one of those overarching questions. You can bank that for a big revelation down the line when you need it. And there are a couple of big revelations still left in the story. Like, where is the water? Is the water coming back? Is Sandy an actual coyote spirit or an eldritch abomination? Will Takeen finish her journey, her mission of restoring the water to Mahavre? And what is Alpha Splatts' true intent? There are so many great fucking questions out there. And we added another one towards the end of the last story, where we kind of soft revealed that Juliet is a villain, a bad guy. That Juliet is trying to capture or kill Alpha Splatts. We don't know why, though. It kind of soft imply that it's the military getting eyes on this hulking, muscle-bound, invincible behemoth titan of a woman and want to do military shit to her. Like, that's... Obviously, there could be a fucking twist at some point, but that's the general idea. That's a shame. Hope the pain doesn't... Thanks, Jinx. Thank you, man. You're a fucking homie. You are. And that's one of the reasons why next week we're doing Darkest Dungeon at this time slot, 7 a.m. Because when I would say I'm gonna be doing a fucking reduced schedule, I knew that I was only gonna go live twice a week. That might what I have to do going forward, going live twice a week. Except for the wrap-up Zatsu. The wrap-up Zatsu is something special. It doesn't follow any of the other guidelines. It used to be every week. But if I'm only going live twice a week, with pre-recordeds here and there, I don't think there's always going to be a week where I want to do a full wrap. So we may just save the wrap. Like, the wrap may skip a week or two. Like, right now, with my recovering and everything, and with Malone's anniversary coming up, Malone's 1-year anniversary this Thursday, and trying to get some writing done, I think there's going to be enough to talk about next week. So I've tentatively made a room for next week's wrap-up Zatsu. No schedules still. No schedules this week. Even though I put rooms up a few weeks in advance, there's no schedules this week. No schedules this month, no schedules next month. And I told you why. There was real life shit that happened, and there was VTubing drama shit that happened. And I can't deal with both things at once, and I can't cut VTubing, or I can't go real live on real fucking life. A lot of the brainworms have been assuaged that have been real life though. Like I said, my job fucking loves me, and now I'm getting more hours and, like, not getting cut nearly as much. And if I do get cut, then I can just pre-record. My family is doing better. Mother Splatts is fucking Wolverine. She heals so fast that it absolutely shocks her doctors. She is doing fucking amazing. Or at least, like, that's what she tells me. But I see her in action when we hang out. When she comes by to visit, and she looks like she's doing fucking great. So that brainworm has been assuaged. Father Splatts is still Father Splatts, but I don't think that's gonna get better. Like I said, I'm a fucking hag. My parents are hags. But my sister Golden Hair, she's down there too, hanging in, helping out. Because with the nature of my job, even though I'm working from home, I still have to live relatively close to the office just in case some shit goes down and I need to fucking talk to someone in person, which occasionally fucking happens. Like, I'm not the big bitch around town I used to be. Back when I worked at the office regularly, I would go into town to see and be seen and shit. To attend shit. It doesn't happen anymore. Like, unless you're actually minding the fucking salt, a lot of stuff has gone digital. And that's what I say, hey Amanda, we know your body is fucking breaking down and shit. We don't want to lose you. So we'll have you work at home permanently and just have you do the managerial / supervisory part of your job. And then if we really need someone to do the physical part, we'll fucking bring you in. That has rarely happened. No. Thank fuck. because I know a lot of these fucking chronic injuries. I don't know if they came from working, but I know they're exacerbated by what I was doing. But it's all fucking part of the rich taps. Like, I told you, like, I'm divorced from the character of Amanda. Like, the writer, the author. I don't like using the writer because Coheed and Cambria already uses the writer as a character, so I go with the author. Although the author will never show up in the story of Mahavra, and I don't like that fourth wall meta fucking wall wink at the camera shit. The author will never appear in Mahavra. But Amanda is kind of a proxy too. It's complicated and it's fucking weird and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like an air of mysticism over. What I was trying to go for with Mahavra, obviously, like Tom Waits. I mean, you listen to my fucking voice, you know Tom Waits was an inspiration. Also, just kind of Southwest. Who's that fucking movie? The guy who writes like El Mariachi from Dusk to Dawn and like those Southwest Mexican / US border type action shit, Southwest stuff. That was kind of an inspiration for Amanda. Like, I think obviously the main inspiration was 90s anime. Specifically 90s OVAs. The type of shit you didn't see on fucking Sunday mornings trying to sell you fucking collectible card game shit. Standalone shit. Some of it was real fucking bad. And back in the 90s, we had a lot of the fucking bad and the good. Because Ghost in the Shell popped off so hard. It was such a fucking cultural touchstone. Give this fucking rocking chair. I'm in a fucking rocking chair right now. That's how my fucking chair situation is. I'm in a fucking rocking chair. Indoors. Because the ottoman makes me fucking hunch over. But Ghost in the Shell was so fucking huge that people were buying up the rights to fucking everything in the 80s and 90s. And a lot of it was shit. But it was shit we had to have. Like Angel Cop. Fucking Angel Cop. This batshit crazy fucking 6-episode OVA with gore and violence and horrible shit dubbing. Big, hulking, muscular female antagonist. And as shit as it was, Angel Cop is all overshadowed by, like, the last 10 minutes, I think, of the final episode. Where it's just an expo dump that shows that the whole universe is highly, highly anti-Semitic. Like some kind of conspiracy about the Jewish people or Zionists or something. I was up late last night. It was fucking Pepsi. What do I got left in the fridge? I did not follow my own rule about refilling the fridge. It's fucking empty. I'll put this Pepsi back in there. See how long it takes to cool down. A little pre-recording later. I got stuff in the main fridge I can like pour into a mason jar or something. But yeah, the anime, 90s anime OVA, like Genocyber and Angel Cop and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust and Aedo City 808 and Yatoden Wrath of the Ninja. Shit like that, obscure shit. The type of shit Kenny Lauderdale talks about. Kenny Lauderdale, oh my fucking god, Kenny Lauderdale is a man. Like, I don't think he puts out video anymore. He just talks about anime on Twitter and streams. Like, I haven't seen a video from him in a while. But he finds some of the most fucking great obscure shit. I fucking love it. I keep telling him, do something about Compiler. Compiler's a fucking super obscure thing I loved. There's like a music group called Music Clips and Track Down, which was like 5 or 6 different cool fucking music videos. And then they had like 2 different pilots. One was serious, one was more wacky. And then they had something called Compiler Festa, which was like Compiler. It was like the ending of the anime, or the ending of the manga, that the manga never got in anime. So it skips a lot of shit. I gotta go rewatch them sometime. Yeah, that's like, if you have seen the original design, it was like an 80s Sentai, not Sentai, fucking Senshi. An 80s Senshi character, like Sailor Moon type. The Amanda Splatts you see before you is like 90% original, 95% original. But I kept the name, I kept the yellow and black color scheme, and the thing about being a fucking roadkill. That's pretty much all. Like, to the point where if Amanda leaves the project, and like it becomes the Sand Ruby project or the Takeen project or something, I can claim it's all original character, do not steal. Like, I heavily, like, I use small bits and pieces of that initial fucking roadkill. But it was a great starting point, and it was a great opportunity to fucking join FlaVR. To actually run with these people here. And I met some amazing fucking people doing it. I think that's why I include, like, Malone and all of them, and try to include my mutuals in the story so much, because they're amazing fucking people. And I would not be the bitch that I am today without them. Like, that's why Malone appears in the story so much. That's why I try to write in, like, people like Shoko and Jawoon and Deadman. Because I want them to be part of this project, man. But I also got to remember that as far as the story, as far as the writing goes, it's Amanda. Amanda's the protagonist. Although I've been toying with making it like Final Fantasy VI, where it's an ensemble cast, and the ensemble are all protagonists. But then I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. Because Final Fantasy VI, yeah, there may be several characters in there. Several endearing characters. But it's Terra. Terra's the fucking protagonist. Obviously. So the question now is, we've set all the players in play. We have set things in motion. Like, how is Amanda gonna be the one to tie everything together and break everything open? Other than the fact that she eventually becomes Alpha Splatts. She either becomes Alpha Splatts and goes back in time, or goes back in time and becomes Alpha Splatts. I'm not sure yet. I'm not even sure how she becomes Alpha. Although I'm leaning towards it having to do something with the water. Like, I haven't even established what the water is or where it's from. I may not have to establish it, though. I gotta remind myself when I run. I gotta remind my fucking self. Not everything has to be explained. Like, it's nice to have a lot of questions answered. Not everything has to be explained in great fucking detail. Sometimes shit just works because it just fucking works. And I also have to remind myself that I don't have to do something on a specific schedule. Because I'm not a fucking corpo. I try to compose myself like a corpo, I try to put out regular schedules and not be late and be on time and everything. And be professional and shit. Like I'm doing in the corpo. But that's not because I'm in a fucking corpo. It's because of my fucking job. I'm a wagey. I'll always be a fucking wagey till I die. Whenever that may be. Even though I do have retirement savings. I did get, but that's mostly from the tax break. I'm gonna fucking die before I see those retirements. But it's fun though, because it's going to my sister's kids. They'll put it to better use than I will. Well, think about old fucking daughter and 70-year-old Amanda Splatts trying to fucking stream. I don't know what streaming will be like in fucking decades from now. Not able to poop or pooping too much. YouTube wants me to poop. I don't know what it is. Like, I have Brave on the computer. And that blocks all ads naturally. I don't think YouTube can do anything about it. But, poop. Like, when I access my account on my phone, it thinks I'm a 65-year-old woman. Like, just because I got this fucking silver hair. Did I ever tell you I got the silver hair? I think the original character had silver hair, the 80s one. But I told y'all before, Amanda is kind of an amalgamation of characters from my past, old writings and stuff. And a lot of them had silver hair. Silver hair or gray hair. Either or. Depending on how, like, if they're supposed to be a spectral type of mystic character, they had silver hair. If they're supposed to be realistic and down to earth, they had gray hair. And, like, since Amanda's a fucking roadkill stew, as it were, I thought it fitting that my reshaping of her is kind of an amalgamation of multiple characters. Like, you'll see flashes of... It won't do me good to give you their names, because they only exist in my fucking head. And on old fucking Google or WordPad documents. Although there's one that, like, if you knew who I was, you'd know. I'm not fucking saying them. But it's kind of an amount, and that's cool because that means I have a lot of stuff to draw from. A lot of stuff to draw off of. The idea that came to mind at some point was that time distortion happens. That's where Amanda's at 2 points in time fuse into alpha Amanda. That's why she increases in math. That's a thought. That's a thought, but then the question is, like, then there, at some point she has to go back in time, though. I got kind of, and Malone brought this up. Malone called me out for this, and I kind of understand it. Is that with the whole, Malone was kind of blowing a fucking brain gasket about how time travel would work here, and with Amanda and Alpha and everything. But also remember Sand Ruby, Jakes. It might be Sand Ruby at some point. Fusing. I don't know, maybe. But like, a lot of that'll depend on the water, what happens with the water. But talking about how it would be seeing her in the past, talking to her Beth, like changing the future and shit. And then I brought up simply time flows differently in Mahavrik because of the fucking Eldritch War that happened here. So much horrible shit happened that time just flows differently here. Things are bent and broken. People are bent and broken. That's what the metaphor is supposed to be. People are bent and broken. There's supposed to be this one scene. It's I don't know if I can write it. There was supposed to be one really sad scene in a previous chapter where, you know, there's those on the edge of town, the people who have been driven mad by the whole Eldritch War and worship Sand Ruby for some reason. Although she says it's for some reason, it's kind of implied. Like, I haven't spelled it out because I don't know if it's the reason yet. It's kind of implied that it's not that she's going to take over anyone, and it's not that she's leading them. It's that they're easily manipulated. And even though she's not really their god, she can get them to do shit for her. So Sandy may just be lazy or manipulative. Or if she really is a genuine coyote spirit, she might be trying to lead them and guide them to do something. So we don't know. That's one of the big questions. What's the great Kent? And one of the reasons you keep seeing Sandy on this channel. Because there's so many great places it could go with her. And there are so many things with that question. Like, it's one of two things. Either Sandy is a benevolent coyote spirit who is simply not good with talking with humans and stuff, and has helped trying to fix things. Or she actually is an Eldritch Abomination who's trying to fuck things up further and got stopped by the Red Desert Army merging with the military. The ones thought that the scene, I think, you know, with everything going on, I'm gonna leave the scene on the cutting room floor. There's supposed to be a scene where we find out that General Bun Bun, who was a 5-star general in the Red Desert Army during the war, she's retired now. There's supposed to be a scene where General Bun Bun is coming across those from the past, or those on the edge of town, who used to be a former general. He used to be one of her former comrades in arms in the Red Desert Army, but has been driven mad, and it's not one of those on the kind of a sad scene of her trying to wake her up, trying to shock her out of it, but realizing that she's gone and all she can do now is support her old friend. I thought that would hit harder. But about how fucking... It would hit hard and talk about how fucking broken people are in Mahavra. Because there's a lot of... Time is bent and broken. But that's just... That's gonna fix itself out in the cosmic sense. The people are bent and broken in Mahavra. That's the big thing. The people are bent and broken. And it's about how are they gonna get fixed themselves. How is Amanda gonna get fixed? Because Amanda is a thoroughly broken person. Like, I think the last thing, like I do go into the fact, even though I don't sing on this channel anymore, we'll never be doing karaoke again or anything, that I've incorporated that into her story. And there is a place for it. But it's about Amanda trying to unfuck herself, and in the process, help unfuck Mahavra. And she's not going to be able to do that alone, although she is going to have to dig deep in order to fucking do that. So the question is, how will she unfuck herself? Like, I wanted there to be action shit. I wanted there to be action. I wanted there to be magical anime shit, gory shit, gruesome shit, 90s anime shit. But I wanted a lot of it to be psychological. I wanted a lot of it to be getting in Amanda's head, getting in people's heads, figuring out their motivations, having conversations, having long dialogues, trying to parse out things. I figure, well, they have fused to another distortion once Alpha wakes up, no memory, but I'd be it by college, so I don't know. It's an interesting thought, but not to spoil anything, but it might clash with other ideas that I have. It's an interesting thought, though, James. It's an interesting thought. But I think we've well established now, after nearly a fucking year doing these streams and writing and everything, we've thoroughly established that Amanda is broken. She's about one of the most broken people out there. Like, she's on the verge of joining those on the edge of town. She's so fucking mind broken by her circumstances and being lorded over by a malevolent fucking mommy dearest type of god, and being betrayed by people she cared about, her inspirations, and finding friends and being worried that she'll be betrayed again. There was a huge fucking betrayal I haven't brought up in about Amanda's life that happened, and fucking not brought up because I don't want to start fucking drama. But that fucked things up too. Like, I'll let you know shit happened, but I won't let you know who, because I don't want to drag anyone's taint with the fucking mud. If they want to come out and say something, I can, like, confirm or deny, but I'm not going to throw the first fucking stone. I'm going to be professional. Like, I'll let you know I'm fucked up, but I'll keep it professional. And I don't want to let you know I'm fucked up, but I also don't want to lie to you. Like, I know I'm a storyteller, Amanda's a character, but I don't want to fucking lie to you. Like, if it's the fucking brainworms, it's the fucking brainworms. If I'm taking a piss, I'm not at a fucking idol meeting. Like, something like that. But I gotta measure that against worrying people. I'm fucking scared, because you're not supposed to be fucking worried about me. You're not supposed to be fucking scared. I'm a dumb desert bitch on the internet. I mean, technically my content's not supposed to fucking appeal to anyone at all. But there are people who dig what I'm doing, and I fucking love that. And I fucking cherish that. The question is now, like, I want to give you good shit. I want to give you the fucking best, but at a weird little impasse when I realized that the protag. And you see this a lot in modern fucking media. And I think maybe that was the trap I fell in initially. Where you don't hear much from the actual protag character themselves. So you can kind of self-insert. So you can kind of see the world fall. Like it's like Tenchi and Tenchi Muya. Like, no one gives a fuck about Tenchi. Like, fuck Tenchi. He's boring little shit. But you experience this amazing world through his eyes, through his viewpoint. Or any of these fucking harem animes. Or school animes and shit. Where the protagonist is boring. And you don't really give a shit because they're so fucking boring. Because you're supposed to be the protagonist. You're supposed to put yourself in their shoes. Like, what's the Idolmaster series? You're the producer. Something like that. But Amanda is a character, and it's time for Amanda to start doing shit. It's time. We've set the scene. And I admit I was kind of stalling on the story. Actually moving things forward with the story. Because I didn't know what that one last piece would be. To actually get the story, jumpstart it, and get it moving forward. Initially, I thought Amanda Splatts was going to be that hook. But that kind of ended up being, quote-unquote, the writer's barely disguised fetish. It's not a fetish, but the hook that went to her being from the future was interesting enough. That might be cool in itself to explore Amanda. But that wasn't going to move the story forward. That wasn't going to be the hook that actually got things going and drove us to an actual ending. Because there is a time limit on the project. Even though I like make the decision every few months to whether I want to renew or whether I want to stop, there is a time limit on the project. Now, there is a time limit on Amanda Splatts too. But rest assured, when it is time to say goodbye to Amanda, The project is gonna be rolling on. It's just gonna be someone else's quote-unquote project. Like, it'll be the Sand Ruby project, or the Takeen project, or the Alpha project. But Amanda has a time limit. Amanda has a time frame. Amanda has a role in the story, and as soon as that role is over... And I don't know why I decided this initially. I think maybe it was because... And maybe this is another fucking brainworm I need to work through. Consider, like I said, even though Amanda Splatts was a character outlined in the fucking Mongolian Dead Sea Scrolls, it's 95% an original character at this point. It's like basically borrowing the roadkill thing and the color scheme. That's about it. Name, the roadkill, and the color scheme. That's about it. But those are some big fucking things to borrow. And I think the thing with having Amanda be temporary came from feeling like maybe I was just borrowing my time and flavor. Just fucking borrowing it. Like it's a crutch to start off. And eventually, once I get my footing, do something original. Like, that was one of the big reasons I actually created Sand Ruby. Because she doesn't have the name, she doesn't have the color scheme, she doesn't have the roadkill thing. Sand Ruby and the rest of the people at Amanda's Orbit are 100% original characters. That's something I can say that I created. And if I need to fucking change tracks, start streaming a Sand Ruby, so be it. Although things are not that extreme anymore. It'll be Amanda for the foreseeable future, but Amanda's story does have an end. And like I said, I fucking passed out in the kitchen, eating a pork sandwich. Like, it fucking came to me in a revelation how the story's gonna end. And I'm not saying shit. Number one, because I want to entertain you with the story and entertain you with the process of making the story as well. But number two, because that could change. Like, situations that are... And that's why it's so hard to book wrestling shows. It's also so hard to have my senpais and my cowhighs in the story. Because shit could change. When you're dealing with people with lives, shit can change. Like, they could quit, or they could do other shit, or they could fucking turn on you and shit. So it's hard to incorporate real life shit into this. It almost made me just want to do only OCs and stuff for the story. But flavor is so intertwined in Amanda, and intertwined in what I'm doing and what I fucking love and how I'm trying to give back to this community, that it would be a disservice not to include people like Malone or Choco or Dead Mac into the story. It would be doing a disservice to Lars and Soaker, people like that. It'd be doing a disservice to any of those fucking people who I come to admire, who I come to fucking follow, who I watch. I haven't watched my Oshi Orica or ASCII in a long fucking time. Although ASCII's playing Undertale now, so like, fuck that shit. I've been watching other flavors. When I'm not busy filming shit or taking care of real life brainworms and shit, I'm watching other flavors. I'm watching Malone. I was watching Sensoko last night. I was watching Choco. These are my Oshis now. And I'm hoping maybe someday I'll be someone's Oshi. And that's why I'm trying to be honest with you, but it also don't... It's a weird fucking line to walk. And I don't know how well I've been doing it. And part of the reason for the reduced schedule is trying to get better at that. I'm trying to walk the line between being honest with you and not worrying you horribly. Like I'm trying to, like the fucking Manhero rants. I'm trying to stop them, and any of the streams that I've gone of fucking private in them. I know nothing ever is really gone on the internet, but that shit's not on my channel. I want to have a fucking good experience, but I also want to be honest with you. And I think maybe that could play into Amanda's character. What we have established that Amanda's character, she's broken, she's scared. But she's got amazing people around her she can look up to. But also some horrible fucking people around her. Like Fortune. We haven't explored Fortune yet. Fortune is essentially, like, I keep seeing tarot everywhere. So I figured some of these antagonists in the Rattlers might be tarot cards. And Fortune made the most sense. Because the fucking Wheel of Fortune. Casino gambling and shit. Although, all we know about Fortune right now is she's like a Gorgon. Like a snake bitch. Fat snake bitch. And that the Rattlers are just straight unabashed evil. That was more of a plot decision than anything. Like, you got the different factions of Mahavra. You got the water bearers who are like pure good. Who are just trying to restore things in Mahavra. Restore the water and help people out. You've got those on the edge of town who aren't inherently evil. They're just mind broken and being led by someone with questionable intentions. They're just a broken bunch of people. You've got the Red Desert Army, which were fighting to help fix things, make things right. Good guys. And you've got the military, which is a big question mark. We don't know what role the military is playing, other than that they did help fight back those from the darkness. So we don't know. Although it is, like it was implied at the end of the last story that the military may be bad guys. May or may not. Although they did help in the war. And so we just needed a bad guy faction. We just needed some, like, for like lack of a better term, we needed someone to fucking ragdoll. We needed some fucking enemies, and I figured the Rattlers might be interesting. Just like irredeemable, like those on the edge of town could be redeemed because they're just mind broke. They're just normal people who were broken mentally by the fucking eldritch presence, and it's not their fault mostly. But the Rattlers are just a bunch of fucking assholes. Deceptive, evil, fucking shitty people. So we just needed generic villains. Because, like, there is an overarching scene. I think it's fucking weird. I think the best way to put it is Team Rocket. The Rattlers are fucking Team Rocket and Mahavra. They're basically cannon fodder. Like, the overarching story is not about Team Rocket. The overarching story is about Ash versus whatever gym leader he's trying to fuck this with. Or whatever. I don't watch Pokemon. Team Rocket is just there to give Ash wins. And take L's. So, like, the Rattlers are like the team. They're just there to fucking be evil. And get their fucking ass kicked. And occasionally start shit, burn shit on fire, something like that. That was part of it. I don't know why I made her a fucking Gorgon. I think I was just trying to gen out a fat woman in a snakeskin suit. And it just made her a fucking snake woman. And I'm like, okay, I'll fucking do that. Come Amanda's bizarre adventure with the Arcana antagonist enemy stand. Kinda. Amanda's bizarre. I fucking like how that sounds, Jakes. Yeah. But JoJo is a fucking cool character. He's got his own personality. It's time to start establishing Amanda's personality. And all we've really established so far is that she's bent and broken, she's scared, and she doesn't sing anymore. Like it was established, like, back during the 13 years she was wandering Mahavre, she would actually, like, take gigs singing, playing music. And she doesn't do that anymore. That was actually established in the last chapter, where Malone was coming out to hear one of Amanda's singing gigs, and Amanda revealed that she doesn't sing anymore, and I don't sing anymore. I don't know if I want to delve too far down the story though, because I don't want to forget why I really don't sing anymore. Why I don't do karaoke. But I thought about giving Amanda some kind of powers or some kind of ability. Like, because she's supposed to be, she got run over by the fucking isekai truck. Isn't she supposed to have some kind of power from that? No. Her power was not fucking dying. Her power was scraping her rotting lower body that was crushed by the fucking truck. And how fucking 90s anime manga 90s OVA is that? Where she became a magical girl, but because she was run over by the isekai truck instead of actually hit by it, her lower body is just kind of hanging there. And she's crawling through the desert, dodging shit, crawling on her hands and knees, dragging the rest of her body behind her. No wonder she's fucking mind broken. No wonder she's scared of the fucking world. She came into this world, or at least this plane of existence, this plane of thought, through an act of pure fucking violence and gore. And then the first person to help her, as far as she knows, because maybe Takeen might have had something to do with keeping her safe. We don't know. The big definitive, so if you look in the archive of my creative writing, and I still gotta sort them in. I still gotta sort all my videos. Like, I've started sorting them on Steam. I've started uploading my stuff to Steam. But I gotta start sorting and making playlists. Like, I'll go ahead and finally start fucking doing that. Yeah, after I film. Pre-recorded today. I gotta start organizing shit, so you can easily find, like, the Darkest Dungeon, or the creative writing shit, etc. I don't know if I'll do every single fucking game, but the creative writing, the Darkest Dungeon, the collabs, especially with Malone, shit like that. I gotta do that to make things easier, especially if I'm gonna be pursuing some of this long-form shit like I am. But yeah, Amanda was brought up through this fucking violence and gore. And horrible, horrible shit. Like, no wonder she's gun-shy. And then just wandering around for 13 years in Mahavre. Just trying to get by. Trying to be used to, since she was a wolf, or maybe she wasn't a wolf. Maybe Sandy was lying about that. Trying to wander around for 13 years, trying to become accustomed to this new role in this human fucking body, forgetting everything about her previous life, what she was before she got ran over, as the fucking desert took her and claimed her for its own. Mahavre is a living, breathing thing, even though it is a city. I mean, I think it's Mahavre County. I'd rather it's Mahavre County. That sounds a little cooler. That's not the city of Mahavre, it's the county of Mahavre. So we don't know what fucking cities they're in. There's several different cities. It's the city is an entity in and of itself. And I told you honestly, I kind of quote unquote borrowed the fact that places keep changing and it's hard to get from place to place without getting lost. Straight up borrowed that from BlazBlue Central Fiction. But I think it made sense. It's almost like Mahavre is a roguelike, where you know there are certain plots and things that are supposed to show up every time you roll out, but the rollout, the actual order changes every time. And that may lean into some kind of trying to... The stories are independent of the streams. The streams would just be doing fun shit. But it might tie into the streaming as well. How, like, playing all the roguelikes, like Fights in Time Spaces and stuff like that. Slay the Spire, things like that. It's just like roguelike, just shuffling every time. So, it's always fucking different. Like, there are the same places, like Mocha Havre and the Mahavre Shopping Center. There's the Motel California. There's Sandy's Cave. There's the Sodega. It's a bodega, but it sells soda, so it's a Sodega. Only real ones remember the Sodega. And there are all these places. They're always there, but they're in different places. And that's why they have Radio Free Mahavre, which gives out embedded coordinates to keep people safe and keep them on their destination. But then it's also heavily implied at the end of the last story that they can also use that to take control of things. Like, it's heavily implied that Juliet took control of Malone's mech to try to capture Alpha. And it failed because Alpha is fucking jacked. And that's kind of what I do. Working backwards. Like, I can't just, like, I'm enough of a writer. I'm enough trying to, like, get things coherent. I can't just throw cool shit in there. Like, I can throw cool shit in there. Then I have to work backwards to justify it. Like, it can't just be there to be there. Like having a cool, badass fucking secret agent team. That's awesome. Why is she there? Oh, she's from the past. She was favored by the gods and skipped the war in Mahavre. And now she's here to try to restore the water with her fellow water bearers. Like a big, hulking, behemoth, muscle-bound Amanda Splatts is now a canon character. That's fucking cool. Why is she here? Oh, because she's from the future, and she's trying to guide the past. Or we don't know. We don't know what Alpha is doing, because Alpha is Amanda from the future, and Amanda's story is still being written. And I think... looking behind the process a little bit. I think that's why you've never seen a samurai in Mahavre. I had an idea for a samurai character. A samurai woman who is going to be like a composite of old characters. And just have a fucking samurai wandering around through Mahavre. But I could not, for the fucking life of me, justify samurai in Mahavre. Because you just saw Amanda with being the roadkill and everything being run over. There's Sandy, the fucking Eldritch Abomination or Coyote Spirit. Can be justified either way through the war in Mahavre and the gods leaving this place. General Bun Bun, who's justified by being the retired general of the 5-star Desert Army. The people who fought back the evil. You can justify Juliet as fucking military glowy op. You can justify all of them somehow. But I could not justify why is there a fucking samurai wandering Mahavre. As cool as it would be, as cool as it would roleplay, I had a whole character in mind and shit. It would not have fucking worked. So, believe it or not, I took some of the ideas I had for the samurai, a lot of the ideas, kind of the whole framework of the character, and that became Takeen. If it wasn't for these cool fucking ideas that everyone helped flesh out for Ancient Takeen, she would have been a samurai. But I like the fact that she is a Native American fucking badass. Well, Fights in Tight Spaces, not playing Fights in Tight Spaces, also kind of helped influence that. But yeah, she wasn't originally going to be a samurai, but then I figured tying her back to the actual heritage of Mahavre, actually at the time being a Native American woman. Like, I don't specifically say Navajo, but the Native American culture in Mahavre is heavily influenced by the Navajo. Especially the fact that Ma'i is coyote in Navajo. And Takeen is Navajo code talker for both ice and kill. Which I thought was fucking cool. And really fucking cool. And yeah, fucking samurai and Mahavre. Yeah, like, there may be a samurai popping up sometime if I can actually fucking justify it. But I think I'm happy with the cast now. Spend a lot of time just fumble fucking around trying to put together the narrative. And trying to put together, like, there was this horrible fucking play going on with Amanda and Sanruby. And this horrible, misshapen fucking relationship they have with each other. And then Bun Bun trying to be a light on the gray, as it were. And then Juliet, I was trying to find, I think the thing I was looking for was a hook to move the story forward. Originally, Juliet was going to be the hook that actually moved the story forward. Juliet in the military actually trying to guide things and manage and manipulate things in Mahavre. But that kind of fizzled out. Although it is an important part now, especially with how people can actually get around in Mahavre. I initially thought Alpha was going to be the hook that moved the story forward. But as fucking cool as that is, that's more of a hook about Alpha and Amanda. The actual hook, the real actual hook that's going to help move the story forward is Takeen. Because she is actually focused on the thing that's supposed to be the main plot driver. The main MacGuffin is the water in Mahavre. The subterranean lakes of pure water that made this a beautiful place where the gods commune with people. Now the gods are gone and the water has been gone for a long time. I imagine there's this massive network of tunnels underneath Mahavre where the water used to flow. And maybe Takeen's been investigating those tunnels and kind of getting her own brainworms about this used to be such a beautiful place. What the fuck happened during that war? And things that she has to fucking discover for herself. So, I think we, like I said, got a cool cast, got an interesting cast for the story. It's time to actually start doing shit with the fucking story. Because now, like I said, we have Takeen who can, number one, she's actually trying to move the plot forward. Her motivation is trying to restore the water, and that is the big question. The big overarching questions in the story of the Mahavre is what happened to the water, and who is Sanruby. Those are, like, of all the questions, of all the mysterious things of this place, those are two questions that actually have to be answered in order to bring the story. Like, we can't leave either of those things ambiguous. They have to be answered. And although I'm leaning towards a certain way, leaning towards another way, I'm not 100% sure the answers of either of those. But now we've got this character, Takeen, who can kind of help guide things again, get the story back on track. Kind of using Amanda to her own ends. to try to get the water back. And then through that, you can kind of help establish who Amanda is. Help with that. Not only who Amanda is, but Amanda's actual role in the story, other than being Sandruby's plaything. Because that's really the only role she had in the greater story, in the greater arc, is she's an outsider. And that was supposed to be the point. That was supposed to be the hook. Is that Amanda has nothing... Everyone else in the story, Juliet, Bun Bun, Sandy, Keen, everyone else in the story is tied to this world and tied to Mahavre and the Eldritch War that horribly fucking scarred everything and everyone in it. Amanda's an outsider. Amanda is someone who has nothing to do with this place at all. And through those fresh eyes, she's supposed to kind of help bring things together. And I feel like maybe that was part of my... Maybe that ties partially to my spot and flavor. I didn't initially do a whole ton of fucking reps. Like, I knew who the flavors were. I watched a few of them before it became Amanda. I had a general idea of who they were. I had concepts of a plan of who they were, but I was not 100% up on the lore of flavor. I've since done my fucking reps, but at the time, Amanda was an outsider. Now, I feel that might actually play into the story. And play into her. Like, she's an outsider. Here to change the fucking game. That's why I feel like people like me and Malone and Grub and Choco and Limone and Susie and all of them actually here to change things. We came in as outsiders. I feel like we were heavily fucking gatekept. Although, like, it's fucking stupid to gatekeep flavor. It really is fucking dumb to gatekeep flavor. Because it's supposed to be anyone that can join. If that, like, there's the fucking Dead Sea Scrolls, the list of characters you can pick from. There's a whole that you can fucking join with the tag. Just stream a few times with the tag. Gatekeeping just does not fucking work. It's literally supposed to be open source. So there's no fucking point in gatekeeping. Honestly. No fucking filter today. I didn't write shit. No fucking filter. But it's fucking great. And like so that the fact that Amanda's an outsider means that she can look through things untainted by the horrible fucking history of the world. And maybe that's one of the reasons she's so kind of emotionally and psychologically fucking damaged. Number one, because she's a fucking roadkill and remembers everything about that day and how much it fucking hurt. And number two, none of the shit going on Mahavre is normal. Like, she understands in her heart. Like, she grew up here. She came of age here. None of the shit is normal. And that's what makes it entertaining. It's a world similar to ours. But it's so fucking off. Right? It's normal to Sandy because she's been fucking lording over it for the last how many ever decades. It's normal to Bun Bun because it was the world that she fought for as a general. It's normal to Juliet because it's the world they're trying to fucking sort through and organize. It's not normal to Amanda, and that still fucks with her head. Even after like 13, 14 years there. It's not fucking normal. And she's just trying to cope with that. Decide, does she want a normal life? Or does she just want to roll with the punches here in Mahavre? And I think these decisions she's making about herself, slowly making those decisions. Although I can't do it too slowly, because like I said, we're at the point where we've hit the point where we need to actually have Amanda start doing shit. Start answering those questions about Amanda, and eventually that will lead to answering the question about the big two questions: what happened to the water, and who is Sandra? But things aren't fucking normal, and she gets that. She gets that. A lot of people don't get that because they've just been there like since the war happened, and I think that may be one of the reasons why Keen was forwarded here by the gods, using their time travel ability forward, like Alpha was time travel backwards, so that she is here seeing the situation untainted by the war. And that may be why Takeen is able to be honest with Amanda. I don't personally gatekeep on the fact that people early tried to use the flavor to get close to FaceTime to bother them. Well, that's being a fucking cunt. If you're trying to just use it to get close to phase, that people will do that without using the flavor tag though. People just try to get into phase however you fucking want. But it's just, I've told people I'm not interested in making a fucking cent off of this at all. I'm not making a fucking cent. I'm not grifting anyone. I'm just trying to fucking work out the brain rooms and finish a story. Because I got a whole bunch of stories. Over the last, couple decades I've been writing, I got a ton of stories. Very few of them have endings. They just kind of drift off here and there. I want to have an ending. That's basically, I want to... Amanda Splatts is an amalgamation of old characters. And maybe I need to reread some of those old stories and draw on those old characters. But I feel like if I give Amanda closure and have an ending for Amanda, that'll also give an ending to all the characters that she's an amalgamation of. And be kind of cathartic. But I also don't want to force it. I don't want to force it. I don't want to end the story on the 1 year anniversary or the 2 year anniversary. I almost did. I almost set a thing in plan where the story was going to end on my 2 year anniversary and then just switch over to streaming as a new character. That's part of the reason why this is the project. The Amanda Splatts project. And not the Mahav. Part of it is in honor of ASCII, the ASCII project. And that big inspiration. But part of it is also because eventually Amanda's story is going to end. But I don't want to stop streaming. So when it's time for Amanda to say goodbye, the author will bring in a new protagonist and it will be their project. Originally, I was just going to call this the Mahavre Project, starring Amanda Splatts. But I thought that might be too convoluted, too far up my ass. Because even if it's just streaming a game or something, it's Amanda. So I thought the Amanda Splatts Project made a little more sense than the Mahavre Project. Because I know there are people who don't watch the writing streams or the creative streams. I know there are people who are only here for the gaming and shit. And I want to entertain them too. I love the lore. I fucking love the lore, and I love where it's going. But I want you to be able to enjoy the channel if you're just here for the games. Or if you're just here for the collabs. I want you to be... And I think that's the mark of a great game also. For a lot of genres, not all genres. Some genres you need lore. Like RPGs, you need lore to build that world. But for a lot of the genres these days, I feel like I want to do a good experience the way a good experience with lore and stuff is done in a lot of good games, good genres, where it's rich. It could be a great story, an amazing story to help drive forward, but you don't have to know it. Like, you can pick it up here, little bits, the important bits here and there, by playing the fucking game. You can deep dive into the lore if you want. You can have fun with the rich, delicious lore if you want. Or you can just enjoy the game as a fucking game. You can enjoy me as a streamer. You can enjoy Amanda as a protagonist in a fucking horrible world that's bent and broken with bent and broken people being manipulated, being shoved around, trying to figure out who she is, trying to get out of her own head and her own brainworms, trying to make things okay, dealing with loneliness and fucking psychosis and shit. You can enjoy a story like that, a story of redemption, or you can just watch a bitch play Darkest Dungeon for like 100 hours. Or you can just watch me play some fucking retro games. Or you just fucking watch me yap about how the last couple weeks have been. I want you to be able to... I want there to be a rich lore. I want there to be a fucking story. Like I said, I'm not a streamer. I'm a writer who streams. So the story is always going to be the main fucking thing. But if you're not interested, and I know a lot of people aren't interested in lore, because I tried to do lore stuff like the fucking Desert Chronicle. I wanted to do another Desert Chronicle so fucking bad, but no one else is interested in doing that. The only one who is interested in Malone, and Malone's down for anything. Malone is fucking cool. Malone is willing to try all my crazy shit. That's fucking cool. But no one else seems interested in doing an episode of Desert Chronicle. I had to kill it. It broke my fucking heart to do that, but I had to kill it. It was like it broke my fucking heart to stop singing on this channel. But nobody's missed it. Nobody's asked when the next karaoke is. Nobody fucking cares. I want you to be able to... I know I'm one of the few people who actually works on lore and actually works on story stuff like... But people like Donna, mainly, like, as far as lore goes, and story writing and shit, the two main inspirations I've had on that front are Donna Darkstar and Julian Sugarblum. Those are the, like, interactions with them that's kept me fucking going. That's why I'm so happy Julian's gonna be back this Wednesday. So fucking cool. But if you just want to watch a streamer play games or do collabs and yell at other streamers, I want you to like that too. If you're just attracted to the fact that there's something different, I just want this shit to be something different too. Leaning into the lore, doing creative writing stream is something different. A tall, humanoid, humanesque, deep-voiced Babaniku wearing a full suit and tie in the middle of the desert. That's something different. I don't think there are a lot of VTubers out there with the Southwestern U.S. aesthetic. Kind of Tex-Mex aesthetic, I call it, but I don't know if that's like racist or not. Kind of Arizona, Nevada type of thing, Mojave. That's where the name Mojave comes from. It's a combination of the Mojave and Mahabre, the sacred city from Fear and Hunger. That's how I got Mojave. I want you to enjoy this. If you're down for the lore, I want to give you the best fucking lore you can get. I want to give you the best fucking story. If you don't care about lore, I still want to give you some fun streams and a good time. The lore, a lot of lore is for me too. Like I said, my history is not in streaming. I didn't stream a single fucking lick before I became Amanda. I didn't even have a fucking Steam account before I became Amanda. I created the Steam account because all the King of Fighters games were like 90% off due to Evo at the time. Originally, the project was supposed to focus completely on singing. It was supposed to, that's one, like, the ASCII project. Focusing on singing. But I didn't have the means at the time. I just didn't have the means, so I had to focus on, and like all these fighting games being dirt fucking cheap really helped. And Evo's coming again. Violent fighting to come again. So I may pick up a couple more. Although I picked up most of what I needed to last year. Maybe they'll re-release some old shit. Like the re-release SVC Chaos. I haven't purchased it yet, because about something that it's gotta be like dirt fucking cheap for me to buy it. Like when I got Last Blade 2 on Steam, it was dirt fucking cheap. And I believe that may be actually my favorite fighting game of all time, Last Blade 2. That's why I almost got a fucking samurai in my Havre, but I decided against it. Like I said, eventually we got... Takine's got kind of the soul of a samurai. Kind of. Where she is, like she's got a mission. And she just does not give an absolute two shits in a fuck. No, yeah. Also, it's just trying to figure out what to do with Amanda as Amanda in the story. Because Amanda is the fucking streamer. Weird, like, what's Amanda as a streamer? Gonna play a video game, gonna scream, gonna curse, gonna make fucking dated 80s reference, gonna do the anime, do the manga, and fucking, we've established what Amanda the streamer is gonna do. Now it's time for Amanda the character in the story to start coming into her own. And the experiences of Amanda as a streamer and experiences of me, and how things have changed and how things have been since I came to FlaVR, and how life has changed since I've been in FlaVR. I know that's going to influence it as well, as it should. Good story. A lot of it should be a rich tapestry of real life experiences. And I may not have had as many life experiences as a lot of people, but there's a lot of amazing shit that's happened in the last like 10 months or so since I joined FlaVR. I feel I can draw on those as well to help finish the story. And there's no timeline on the story either. It's to the point where I think I talked about this previously. One of the reasons I created Sandruby was because there was a question at a point of whether or not I was going to stay in FlaVR, and I could have used her to bolt and just streamed as Sandruby. That question is moot right now. I'm being FlaVR till I fucking die. But if worse comes to worse and I have to abandon ship, whatever, it's something I can keep the story going for months. I can keep the story going on for years if I want to. But I can do a filthy Frank and just hammer something out in 3 days and give y'all an ending. Like how Filthy Frank was going with the lore and that crazy shit with Pink Guy and everything. But all of a sudden he decided he wanted to be Joji full time. And then he put out Francis of the Filth, that novel that is supposed to explain everything and be like the ending that the videos never gave you. Something like that, where I've now gotten to the point where, with the revelation about things like that, where I have enough material, I feel, for like, I feel like I have enough material for like a year's worth of content, especially if I'm only doing these writing streams once a month. But also enough that if you give me 3 days I could hammer out an ending and be done with it and just shut down the channel or something. God forbid. And it's great to know that even though a game may not work, even though a collab may go to shit, even though a collaborator may go to shit, I've still got that in the pocket. That I've still got a way to entertain you doing what my God-given talents, things that I've honed over the years, decades really, and things that aren't affected by like video game choices or shit like that. And I think that some of that's carrying over to Amanda as a character. But she's trying to do her job, trying to get fucking by. Just trying to live. And in the process make people proud of her and help other people out. And so like at the end of the day, whenever Amanda's time is over, she can say that she was a good little soldier, quote unquote. She was able to leave FlaVR a better place than when she found it. Just like her goal is to leave Mahavre a better place than when she found it. And through that, that's going to end up determining the place's salvation. Mahavre's salvation. Because that's basically the story. Big overarching story of the Amanda Splatts project is the salvation of this place called Mahavre. As worn and as broken as it is, as horrible as things are, as hopeless as things are, as terrible as the history is, that there's still life here. And that she can be part of that life and help bring things back. And I think that's going to be the guiding light, I hope, with Amanda going forward, that she's something different. And there's this change. She can help in that. Like, not alone. Nobody can do this type of shit alone. But she's not alone. She's got Malone. And she's got Choco. She's got Bun Bun. She's got Takeen. And she's got these people rooting for her. Both in Mahavre and outside. And it's, I guess, part of the story will be Amanda realizing she's not alone. Because there's strength in having someone having your back. It's an amazing thing. And we fully established that Amanda has my fucking brainworms, my trust brainworms. So being able to trust and build relationships again, that would be something too. It's just Amanda. I guess Amanda was in the story so far just kind of an empty shell. Because after 13 years in Mahavre, wandering around, being fucking broken and shit, she'd feel like an empty shell. It's time to start filling that shell. And as the character fills out, so will the story. And as the story fills out, so will the conclusion. And I think I'm gonna cut it there. No actual writing got done today, but sometimes that fucking happens. Sometimes I sit down to write, and I don't have a single word to show of it at the end of like several hours. But I've explored so many avenues and ideas and shit. I've gone down so many roads and plotted out so many things that the next stream, or the next time I go to write, or the next time I try to put things down, it'll just fucking flow. The water's just gonna fucking flow. And I hope that this has been a real good one for y'all about my creative process. I might have to change the thumbnail or the name of the stream. But we did it in the stream, but we explored Amanda. We let Amanda breathe. Thoroughly broken character just trying to get fixed. And if she's fixed, so is the rest of the world. Maybe. So, Jinx, thank you for stopping by. I guess it just kind of turned into an involuntary Zatsu. Like, the first half hour or so is because all the fucking pain issues. But eventually, hey, Pillow, we're just wrapping up the man. Eventually, the pain issues subsided. I'm eating fish sticks. Hell, fucking yeah. Initially it was the pain issues, but after like the first half hour or so, it was just like spitballing. I'll give you a spoiler for when you watch the VOD, Pillow. No actual writing took place. But I think I explored enough avenues, walked out, and that's what this stream was supposed to be about. Exploring Amanda. Now that we have the cast of characters set, especially Takeen, who's actually going to move the story forward, and now we've kind of gotten into Amanda's head. Next time we actually write some shit, it's gonna flow. I'll be able to draw on this for motivations and things like that. And next time we actually fucking do something with Amanda. And might have more people from FlaVR. Like, the last couple streams that I did writing the stories where Malone and other members of FlaVR showed up. That was me literally trying to write fan fiction. This time around, I'm trying to write something organic. If they show up organically, I'll have them, but won't fucking rely on them. Next story, I do want to. Next time I write, I want to do what I was originally gonna do today, which is have Amanda do something to go on an adventure, something like that. Actually focusing on Amanda. Oh, we did focus on Amanda today. We did explore a lot about her, and through her, the story of Mahavre. I think we got a lot. We didn't get shit written down. We didn't get a fucking thing written, but I feel like we got a lot done. So Jake, thanks for stopping by. Pillow, thanks for stopping by. Lurkers, VOD watchers, second screen saints. I'm gonna try to get a little more sleep, and then go ahead and pre-record something for Monday morning. Because Monday afternoon I'm streaming with Malone. I hope you enjoyed the new graphics. A little bit of, like, I'll show you again. Actually made myself a fucking BRB screen. And new graphics for the intro and outro. I'm trying to step up my game in little ways. And having the same fucking sign from Pixabay as the intro for a whole fucking year, almost a year, I want to kind of evolve. And I did find a really cool website that allows you to create road signs. And I thought those with the whole desert highway aesthetic. Thank you. I do thank you for stopping by. Like I said, I didn't get shit written today, but sometimes it's just as good to kind of explore things. So fucking hit the ground running next time, and there will be a next time. Because the creative writing is the #1 thing I want to do on this fucking channel. And even though nothing got written today, we explored. And that's a real fucking good thing to do. Because we didn't just map out Amanda, we mapped out the world. And world building is always a good fucking thing. And y'all are part of this world building, and I will always appreciate that. Because I want to build this world with you, man. I do thank you for stopping by Mahavre for a little while. I am your faithful Amanda Splatts. Let's see Amanda Splatts properly. Good day.